Good evening. Tonight we're going to be making a Sloppy Joe pot pie. It's a keto recipe. I'm using almond flour and stuff for the biscuits on the top. In my bowl, we're going to make this first because it has to go in the fridge for 20 minutes. I have 2/3 of a cup of almond flour plus 2 tablespoons. I have 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. I have a 1/2 teaspoon of salt and some pepper. I'm going to stir that together. Like that, and then I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of cold grass-fed butter, and I'm going to work that in until it becomes pea-sized pieces. Okay, it's in pea-sized pieces here. I'm going to add a 1 egg beaten and a 1/4 cup of sour cream. I'm going to actually use my spatula. It's easier to get it out of there. And what I'm going to do is incorporate this, and then I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 20 minutes while we make the rest of the Sloppy Joe pot pie. So we're going to incorporate all of this, make sure you get it all mixed together very well, and then just put it in the fridge for 20 minutes. See, it's all incorporated. So we're going to put it in the fridge for 20 minutes. I started my top oven for 425. And on the stove, I have a pan that I'm going to put the oil in. I have 2 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to let that get warm, which shouldn't take long because I already preheated the pan. You can also use a cast iron pan if you want. I just happen to like these pans. And that's all set already. In here, I have 1 onion, 2 cloves of garlic chopped up, and 1 green pepper chopped up. We're going to put that into the pan. And we're going to cook that for 5 minutes. As you can see, they're getting nice and brown. I'm going to add 1 pound of ground beef. This is probably 90% ground beef, 90-10. You can use a little fattier if you like it fattier. I tend to like it on the leaner side. So we're going to break this up, and we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt and some fresh black pepper, and we're going to let this cook until it's brown, which is probably about, probably 8 or 9 minutes. Okay, next I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. This is one that I use. That's 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, and 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. You can use the monk fruit or whatever if you want. They have a brown sugar. I can't eat the artificial sugars. I'm just putting in a little bit of regular brown sugar. I'm going to stir that all together. And then next, I'm going to add 3/4 of a cup of tomato puree. And I just have to get the cup, 1/2 cup of water. And then 1/2 cup of water. And give that a stir. And let that cook for probably 3 to 4 minutes. And then we're going to put our biscuits on and put it in the oven. Okay, I let it cook for a few minutes down, so I'm going to take the mixture we made, and we're going to drop like six biscuits on top. Obviously, it doesn't cover the whole thing. It's not supposed to. And what I'm going to do then is I'm going to put this in the 425 oven. Let's get that cleaned up. 425 oven. Let me just check and see for 10 to 12 minutes. So I'm probably going to go on the 12 side. So 10 to 12 minutes, and it should be ready in 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, as you can see, I just took it out of the oven. The biscuits are cooked. I cooked it, like I said, 12 minutes. So I'm just going to take and put this on the plate. And cameraman, worked extra hard today, so he'll get a better, bigger serving. There you go. Okay. And there's your picture of the final dish. Have a good week. See you next week.